Do you want to win a copy of Fire Emblem Three Houses? Now's your chance. Share this video with the hashtag FED giveaway for your chance to win. The more shares, the better your odds of winning. The winner will be announced on Friday. Three Houses has done something that no other game in this series has been able to do thus far. It has an open structure, allowing the player to build their army in literally any way they want, and the maps are well made. Despite being able to have an army composed of just about anything, the maps still expect a good amount of skill and planning from the player. Past games like Fire Emblem Awakening and Fire Emblem Fate's Birthright gave the player a lot of room to change their armies up, but this led to a lack of challenge and boring maps. So, what does Three Houses do differently to fix this problem? Number 1. Maps have varied design. There are a lot of chapters in Awakening and Birthright that don't amount to much more than an open field. But plenty of maps in Three Houses look different, there are multiple paths to take, there's a lot of terrain to take advantage of, and the maps just feel fresh more often than not. Number 2. Three Houses doesn't punish the player for picking a certain team of characters and classes. Three Houses has pretty straightforward map objectives. They tend to be route or kill boss. That means any team can accomplish them. However, Three Houses does reward the player if they have a good team set up by giving them side objectives that give amazing rewards. This creates a sense of urgency in chapters and rewards players for playing well, but it also lets the players who have a less optimal team to progress through the story. Number 3. Three Houses gives you a lot of tools and it expects you to use them. Oftentimes, if a game gives you a lot of things to use to your advantage, they won't always assume the player will do that. Really, this is a good thing, because it lets more players find success, but it can leave the more advanced players feeling overpowered, leaving them with a boring and monotonous experience. Three Houses gives the player combat arts, skills, and battalions that can all strengthen the player characters. However, enemies are given the same tools as well, and on top of that, there are terrifying boss monsters that require the player to use every tool at their disposal, especially in the early game, to take care of them. All of this leads to a fun challenge that keeps the player's brain engaged the entire playthrough. Despite having an incredibly open game, allowing the player to make their army into whatever they want, Three Houses makes its battles feel well planned out. It has been a blast training units and seeing the fruits of my labor as they conquer side objectives, defeat enemies, and kill bosses. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. Is Three Houses the best game in this series, or do you still prefer the older games? And as always, like and subscribe for more Fire Emblem discussion.